So we were talking about how Demosthenes was inspired by the great orator Callistratus, and he decides to become like him, thus convince others with his powerful words. Especially he wanted to fight against his guardians who unfairly dealt with him. So we continue. Demosthenes knew that he must work hard to succeed. For the next 2 years, he read history, wrote speeches, and listened to famous orators. When he was 18, he believed he was ready to speak in public. He decided to fight against his guardians in a court of law. At first, no one took him seriously, but Demosthenes pleaded his case again and again. In the end, he won, and his guardians were ordered by the court to return his money to him. But it was too late. There was very little money left to recover. Now, Demosthenes works 2 years very hard because he wanted to become a great speaker, a great orator. He read history, wrote many speeches, and also listened to many public speakers to know how they speak. And after 2 years of his hard work, when he was 18, he thought that he is ready to speak in public, and he decides to fight against his guardians in the court of law. But unfortunately, what happens? At first, nobody took him seriously. They thought, oh, this small boy, what can come from him? They neglected him. But Demosthenes pleaded his case, means he argued in the court that his guardians were unfair to him. As a result, what happens? He won the case. The court orders his guardians to return his money. But then it was too late because these people, his guardians, they had spent the money carelessly. They spent it for themselves. So only little was left to recover, to get back. Once more, Demosthenes felt great sadness and anger. But he would not give up and went on to speak in the assembly of Athens. But his first address was a failure. He knew it from the faces of the people around him and was filled with shame. This is surely the last time I speak in the public, he thought sadly. He left the assembly and walked slowly down the road without realizing where he was going. Now, like some of you, when you participate in any competition and when you fail, when you make some mistakes, or when you don't get a prize, you think, no, I will never again participate in any competition. So, same, this boy also was disappointed because his speech in the assembly did not come out well, and he could notice how people made long faces when he was speaking. So he was full of sadness and shame. Suddenly, he felt someone touch his arm. So somebody touched his hand. It was an old man who had heard him speak in the assembly. So who it was? It was an old man. He had seen how sad and disappointed Demosthenes was. So this old man was noticing Demosthenes, how sad he was. He looked at him keenly. Keenly means with sharp eyes, and praised him. He started to appreciate him. He told him that his speech reminded him of the great orator, great speaker, Pericles. Now, who was Pericles? Pericles was a famous Greek orator, Greek speaker, and an experienced, highly respected political leader. Okay, so this old man comes to Demosthenes and tells him that his speech was so good that he remembered of this famous man, Pericles. Okay. How can you give up so easily, Demosthenes? He asked. So this man is asking to Demosthenes, how can you give up? Demosthenes felt encouraged and tried again, but he failed a second time. Now, encouraged and motivated by this old man, Demosthenes goes second time to the assembly to speak. But this time, again, he failed. So, with shame, what did he do? he covered his face with a cloak. Cloak means cloth. An actor named Satyrus, who knew him well, followed him. So, a person called Satyrus, he was an actor, he goes behind him. He knew that Demosthenes would be in despair. Despair means loss of hope. Demosthenes did not hide his feeling from Satyrus. A sailor with a foolish story will make them applaud, while if I tell them tales of the glorious deeds of their own countrymen, they do not care, he said bitterly. Now, like when somebody understands us, when somebody supports us, when we are in trouble, when we are in sadness, what we do? We openly tell them what we are going through. So, same way here, Satyrus, who knew well about Demosthenes, he follows him. He, in a way, understands him, he supports him. So, Demosthenes pours his feeling to this man called Satyrus, saying that people are more interested in listening to foolish stories than listening to great and heroic actions of their own countrymen. Means he was talking to the people about great personalities of that place, but people were not interested to listen to him. True, Demosthenes, answered Satyrus, but I'll tell you why it is so, if you will recite to me some lines from one of our great poets. Then Demosthenes recited some poems to him. He spoke the words correctly, but his voice was dull. Now, Satyrus tells Demosthenes, I will tell you what is the reason why people are not interested to hear your voice, your speech. If you recite, if you read some lines from one of our great poets. So Demosthenes agrees and he reads aloud some poems to him. He reads it correctly, but his voice was very dull, means it was very, very boring. There was awkwardness in the way he delivered the speech. Awkwardness means the speech was delivered poorly and with difficulty because Demosthenes did not have the skill or confidence to deliver a speech. When Demosthenes finished, Satyrus repeated the lines back to him. Demosthenes stood still with surprise. He could not believe that they were the same lines. The actor's eyes flashed, his voice rose and fell, and his body swayed as he spoke. Now, what happens? After Demosthenes finished his speech, Satyrus repeated the same lines what Demosthenes had recited. But there was lot of difference between Demosthenes' speech and this actor's speech. Why? Demosthenes' speech was very, very boring because he did not have that self-confidence. He just recited. On the other hand, Satyrus, he was an actor and he knew well how to deliver a speech. So Demosthenes was surprised to see Satyrus speaking with lot of life. Demosthenes understood why his speeches did not interest the Athenians. He realized that he must not only read or recite them but also act them. Now, Demosthenes understands why his speeches were boring, why people were not listening to him. Why? Because he recited, he was only reciting. There was no movement, there was no expression. Okay, like when they talk to us, if there is no movement, when there is no expression, do we like it? No. So he realizes his mistakes. From that day on, Demosthenes began to work in a different way. He converted one of the cellars. Cellars means underground rooms used for storing things. So he converted one of the underground room of his house into a study room. So there he practiced undisturbed. Nobody could come and disturb him there. He often lived in his study for 2 or 3 months at a stretch. They say he went to the seashore and shouted his speech with pebbles in his mouth. Now, pebbles are stones that we find in the water. So what did he do? Demosthenes put these pebbles, these stones in the mouth, and he shouted his speech. So it made him struggle to bring out every sound. So when there is a stone in the mouth, it's very difficult to speak. So when he spoke without the stone, the words came through loud and clear. So after that, when he was practicing without the stone, it was clear and loud. He watched himself in the mirror as he spoke to improve his expression, gestures, and actions. Now, you might have heard somebody saying, practice your speech in front of a mirror. Why? Because rehearsing with the mirror, you will be able to see yourself in real time. And also, it will give you self-confidence. So, when you want to talk something in the public or in the assembly, you try this, okay? Go to the mirror and speak. You will see the wonder. So similarly, this boy Demosthenes also watched himself in the mirror as he spoke to improve his expression. Gestures means movement of his hands or head while giving speech. So he was lacking in movement, right? So he was practicing with the mirror to improve himself. He practiced speaking as he walked or ran along the seashore. He raised his voice so that he could be heard over the roaring waves. He also practiced speaking as he ran up a hill. All these trained his breath, voice, and tone. Tone means the strength and quality of the voice. Demosthenes' speeches were now filled with drama and purpose. Drama means excitement. His speeches were not dull, and lot of meaning was there. He was no longer the boy who was shy and spoke with a stammer. Now, with a lot of practice and hard work, Demosthenes was able to change himself. He was able to succeed in his life, and his dream came true to be a good orator, a good speaker. Why? Because he tried again and again. He worked hard with determination and patience. Now, every one of us expect success, right now? In whatever work we do, we want to be first. Even maybe in our studies, we want to be first. Even when we participate in any competition, we want to be the first. And we become upset, sad, and depressed when we do not achieve success in works that we do. Some of us even lose hope and stops trying. But this is not good. We must try until we achieve our success. Instead of being depressed and losing hope, we must try to know the reason behind our failure. Like Demosthenes understood why his speech was not interested by others. Why? Because his speech was boring. He had no expression. So similarly, we also should understand why we are failing, the reason behind it. So it is very truly said that we should never stop trying and giving up. Efforts which are done constantly results in success. So we should keep on trying and trying.